Welcome back to your 2024 Mid-Atlantic Major here in Atlantic City. In the background, you can see beautiful Atlantic City overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. I am fortunate enough, again, to be joined by Erin. Erin from Northern Lights, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be back today. I'm Erin Scott, owner and captain of Northern Lights Paintball, the only WNXL team based out of Canada.
As an owner, can you bench anybody that gets better than you? You're like, I'm kicking you off the team?
Technically, I think, but I try to leave it up to the coach.
Hasn't happened yet. Nobody's gotten better than you on this team?
No, sometimes I get mad and I'm like, hey, coach, just this is my opinion, but...
All right, we are coming back to you with Division 5 finals. We're going to see both the fight for third, fourth place and first, second place. New York Tyrants versus the Leftovers. The Leftovers are kind of a special team. They're formed by Matt Engels. Matt helps to put together players that don't otherwise have a team. So that's hence the Leftovers. They're literally strangers that came together to play, and now they're playing for third or fourth place on the Division finals.
I love that.
That's just awesome.
I love it.
10 seconds.
All right, here we go. I'm seeing Conte and Culture over there for the Tyrants. Leftovers are going to have a mishmash of jerseys, and here we go.
Heavy guns up with one snake runner for Leftovers.
Tyrants into the snake off the break. They do lose their Dorito side player.
Leftovers lost their snake corner off the break as well.
So 4-4. Definitely a snake advantage here for the Tyrants.
Oh, losing another one off the snake side for Leftovers.
All right, Tyrants up into that snake too. He's going to wrap around the outside, start looking inside, maybe at that. Well, he believes that the corner is hot. It is not.
Nope, furthest body is the 300 there.
I wouldn't mind seeing him drop and crawl. He can get to that snake 50. There's really nothing opposing him.
Dorito 1 from Leftovers obviously has nobody on him. I would love to see him try to bump up to that D2 and have better angles on this snake.
And if you go low, that bump from D1 to D2 is not hard. And as I say that, he
silly
ties off.
gunfight.
So this is,
that's it for the Leftovers.
yeah, Leftovers going to be, I think it's going to be 4 alive for the Tyrants.
Oh,
No, I take it back. Well, it's still going to be 4 alive for the Tyrants. I guess I predicted that. Nice work by number 5 Perry of the Tyrants. That wasn't a mistake. That was a prognostication.
Good effort from the Leftovers. Just got to keep those hoppers in and play it a little tighter.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get a breakout and keep all 5 alive.
It's getting harder. We found today it was much harder to get to those wider bunkers because everybody has their lanes down today.
Yeah. As the weekend goes on, the games start getting tighter and tighter and tighter. All right, so coming up, we're going to move into mostly semi-pro action from here on out. You're going to see another divisional final game really late in the day. But until then, we're going to see some of the best of the semi-pro men's coming out. And it's going to have a lot of implications for playoffs. So tune in for that. All right, coming out on the field, playing for first and second place, we got Boss Ballers Red versus TPP Factory. I feel compelled to root for Boss Ballers Red because Ross Jones is the owner of Boss Ballers Red. He's like the last person left alive supporting Vanquishes, Empire Vanquishes.
Okay,
and I'm such an Empire Vanquish fan. I'm like the last person shooting one in New England.
Okay, we'll vote for Boss Ballers.
I'm self-interested. Here we go. Boss Ballers mighty taking one off the head going into the snake.
Great breakout for TPP Factory getting to D2 off the break.
And on top of that, they take out 2 players immediately. So Boss Ballers down. But as we say that, it looks like they lost one over on TPP Factory. So 4 on 3.
TPP's sending it down the snake side.
Looks like that's Chispa for TPP Factory working the snake too.
Good job. That Dorito can for Boss Ballers is getting pretty tight.
Yeah, he is locked. I think Chispa is locked onto that D1 over there for Boss Ballers.
Oh.
Another player walking off, though, for TPP Factory. That means we're 3 on 3.
Boss Ballers, I think they're getting into either their D2 or the Dorito 50.
If Chispas does not have, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, if they do not have a really good, oh God, sorry, I'm going to break. One of the TPP Factory players made a move up to that inside Dorito, and for a second he thought Chispa was an opponent, and he actually turned and shot at him, but missed.
Oops.
That was a very lucky miss.
It happens. I shot a teammate today accidentally.
No, you didn't. Not on air. Don't say that on air.
Just kidding.
They leapt in front of your stream is what they did. They blocked you from killing a bad guy.
Technically, yes, yes.
All right, Chispa's going to wrap that snake 50.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's aware the snake 1 is hot, and it's going to cost him his life.
Dang. Oh, but the Dorito can is out now for Boss Ballers. So
I think Boss Ballers have the snake one and something over in the Dorito side still alive.
Okay.
Dorito 50, actually.
Oh, and I think there's the inner Dorito just got shot for TPP Factory.
I know they're asking for a check in the corner here.
That was a good tactical retreat.
TPP Factory started this game so strong, and then it just kind of fell apart for them. Boss Ballers have crossed the 50. They're now running down that Dorito side, and that's going to be it. Boss Ballers going to win this one. Great comeback.
No kidding. Down bodies.
Towel. Point approved.
All right, the best miss of the game was Chispa's teammate shooting at him and missing him.
He got a bonus life.
Yeah. And by the way, that player's going back to the pit like hoping nobody noticed. We're calling you out on the webcast. You tried to kill him.
He wanted a six-pack.
Yes, right. When you run out of things to shoot at, just start shooting teammates.
Why not?
All right, Tyrants and Leftovers coming back on the field. High-fiving. I love that. Good sportsmanship.
There's great camaraderie on the semi-pro field, honestly. We've seen a lot of the girls were doing the same thing.
Absolutely. I just had this conversation with some of the production crew. I think modern paintball in 2024 has such good community that we didn't back in the day. And I'm old enough to remember back in the day of 30 balls a second and kind of blood oath joining gang style of joining paintball teams.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a lot of great stuff back in the day, but I think it's a healthier community now.
Honestly, I'm glad there's no penalty boxes anymore.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, God, that was painful. All right, Leftovers on your left, Tyrants on your right. Tyrants are up by 1.
Game on.
4 guns up for New York Tyrants.
I like the Leftover snake player. He went in shooting, but still low. That was amazing. It was like a combination of slide, but still shooting. Unfortunately, the Leftovers lose their Dorito 1 player, so down 4 bodies already.
But they got the guy in the center 50, so I feel like he's going to be able to compensate for that loss.
At the same time, they make a bump out to the snake corner. So Tyrants up 5 on 4. They're starting to make their secondaries. Player for the Leftovers in that middle brick being very patient.
We found that a lot today. It was just who could get there and bait the person into forgetting they were there and running through their lane.
Another Leftover player coming off from that back middle, though.
Tyrants into D2.
Oh, no. And I think that'll immediately pay dividends because that brick player is going to take a walk for Leftovers. Leftovers are bunched over here on this snake side. 2 bodies alive.
We do have that body in the God, which can be tricky to live in, but it's got a lot of good shots.
Oh. Oh, there's a kill over there for Leftovers. Maybe be able to pull this back. They take out that Dorito side. Or did he just do a drop? No, no, he's walking off. At the same time, though.
Still got 4 bodies
Yep.
alive.
I'd love to see the Leftovers try to spread it somehow, but I think any movement right now, they're not going to make it. They're just going to get blown up.
Is there a second body for the Leftovers?
Yeah, they have the snake corner and the mini wall right in front of the snake.
Okay. Yeah, that's a tough place to defend from.
And there's no good movement options here.
Oh.
Oh, did he try to slide?
He tried, but he had a little bit of a belly flop in the middle of
Did he hear me
nowhere.
say there's no good movement options, and he did that on purpose?
Yes.
I totally respect the attempt, though, because they were bunched into a corner. They were getting surrounded.
What can you do?
Yeah, he
honestly?
had to try something. Just maybe not that.
Not the belly flop. That looked painful.
All right, well, we're going to move back to the other game where we're going to see New York Tyrants versus Leftovers. Oh, I'm sorry, we just saw that. We're going to see TPP Factory versus Boss Ballers Red. Boss Ballers up by a point. Good comeback win on that first point for Boss Ballers.
Let's see if TPP Factory can bring it back.
I'm disappointed to see none of the Boss Ballers are shooting Empire Vanquishes, though. I'm going to have a talk.
Should we stop voting for them?
We should stop. No, that's good. They're not using up the few remaining parts left to keep my Vanquish running.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need your stockpile?
Yeah, I do. So I'm a tech. I've been a tech for a long, long time, longer than you care to know. And I will say there's been a lot of snake oil products I've seen on the market over the years. And we're not sponsored. I have no reason to say this. I thought that the Tech T bolts and some of the Boss bolts and stuff like that, they were a real improvement. So that was one of the last products on the market, bolt upgrades, that I thought did give value to guns. Modern paintball guns come out of the factory so damn good now. There's not a lot of reason to, other than barrels, to do a lot of upgrading on your gun.
It's so true. My DSR Plus right out of the box was just shooting perfectly. I
Yeah.
didn't even have to chrono it. It was just perfect.
Wow.
290, 290, 290.
Are you also one of the many modern paintball players that owns a full barrel kit, but just slaps the 686 on no matter what and doesn't even check?
90% of the time,
Yeah.
unless they're like, bore size it. I'm like, man, I didn't do it for so long. Like, 15 years in, I'm going to do it now.
Nobody does. It seems like nobody does it, but everybody owns the barrel kits, and I don't see them using them in what I interpret to be correctly.
I just like to haul extra stuff around.
You're an equipment junkie. I don't know if we're on a technical timeout. I believe that refs are trying to sort something out right now.
They definitely look like they're thinking hard.
Yeah. I'll take an opportunity to shout out the ref crew. I'm biased. I've done a lot of reffing, so I like the ref crew. Honest to God, this weekend, you're about to disagree because you were a player this weekend, but I thought the reffing crew did a really good job. I didn't see many penalties that caused coaches to like throw clipboards and scream bloody murder, that it was an injustice.
I have zero complaints about the reffing. Honestly, they were actually really nice. When I hit the buzzer, I got a good job. Like, they were actually very encouraging.
And a high five.
They were kind.
All right, here we go. TPP Factory. Wow, big
Nice.
run out by Boss Ballers.
Yeah, they're in that inner Dorito and the center 50. The home. Oh, but they're losing the home. Sorry, guy.
All right, 5-on-4 in favor of TPP.
Boss Ballers into the snake.
Oh, first player coming off for TPP.
Okay.
So 4-on-4. Boss Ballers in the snake. That gives them an advantage if they can go ahead and push it.
Each team has a center 50, and they're staying locked in.
Oh, but they missed the shot, and so the TPP does get into the snake.
Ooh.
He's going to be the more aggressive one. He's going to get up to that snake 50 quick.
They're almost mirrored up here. Both inner Doritos, both center 50s, and we have both snakes. Oh, but he's in the 50, yeah.
I would have liked to see that Boss Baller player at the S1 go ahead and get around that about a minute earlier, but I think that opportunity's gone now.
Yes. As soon as he tries to go, he's dead. It's so funny how these...
Oh! Did he get him? Nicely done. Boss Baller, there's not much of a shot down the middle, but he popped the top and blew him up. And then he died for it.
A lot of skill, a little luck.
All right, TPP Factory player at the brick, though. I don't know what he's shooting at. I think he didn't realize the kills that happened.
No, he's just making sure nobody else is going in there.
A little bit of wasted paint. So we got D1 and that middle brick for TPP Factory. Boss Baller's also in that middle brick.
Nobody out wide for Snakeside. Oh, our Dorito won on TPP Factories, having a little party over there.
A little bit of an ugly dive. It's just like they talk in the airline industry, or aircraft industry. Any landing's a good landing. Anyone that you can walk away from. Ooh, run through. I think it's clean. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, clean run through for TPP. They finish it. They're going to clean it up.
And he was pretty nice about that, too. He could have put a lot more into him.
Yeah, he could have ripped him up. Well, maybe he ran out of paint because he spent so much time shooting in empty bunkers.
That's true. I had a point today where we won it, and I had 3 balls left in my hopper. And I was like, we had to make something happen.
Wow. All right, well, great run through by TPP Factory. They're finishing that one out. They're going to tie the game up 1-1. We are going to go back over to New York Tyrants versus the Leftovers. Tyrants with a 2-0 lead.
I'm going to vote for Leftovers, hoping they can make a comeback.
Who doesn't? Makes me think of Thanksgiving.
I love teams like that, too. It's just when you're on those throw-together teams, there's, like, less pressure. You're kind of having more fun. And usually you end up doing better because you don't have that pressure of, like, your usual team.
You don't know these people.
No.
You're not committed to them.
If you lose, whatever.
Yeah.
I tried. I had fun.
We'll never speak again.
Yeah. But if we win, we'll play again together.
Yeah, and then we're friends for life.
Timeout.
I would say if you've made it to the finals here, then you're probably going to be friends for a while,
so.
right? Just this is a great experience.
I think probably the Leftovers calling a timeout here.
They are. All right, can I have a Canadian-American question that maybe you can help translate for me?
Yes, maybe.
Thanksgiving. We were talking about leftovers, right? And who doesn't love leftovers? Thanksgiving. Is that a thing in Canada?
Yes, but ours is like a month before your guys's.
Really?
And I don't know why. So then Tess, the only American on our team, she actually celebrated Canadian Thanksgiving with my mom and I this year.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know why it's different.
So Thanksgiving, traditionally they were the settlers that landed in Massachusetts. They had a rough winter, and they made friends with the Native Americans, or First Nations people. Is that?
I'm going to say nothing because I will butcher it and make someone mad.
But the Native Americans made friends. They had a feast, and it's considered Thanksgiving. I didn't know if that would carry over into Canada. You know.
I think we're just like, hey, we love turkey. Let's do it too and have something before Christmas to tie us over.
You know, to be fair, now that occurs to me, at that time there was no America or Canada, so it didn't really matter. Borders weren't relevant all the way back then, so the tradition probably spread. All right, there we go. We're settling international matters here in the webcast booth.
Everybody loves turkey.
That's what we just learned. All right, Tyrants on the left. They're going to go into the snake on the run out, and it looks like he's in clean.
Wow, Leftovers had 3 stacked at the back there. Heavy guns up.
That is always that risk reward. You want to go heavy guns, you better get kills because now you're also giving up field position.
And there is one walking off for the New York Tyrants.
Yep. So leftovers up 5-4. Tyrants, however, into the S2, and it pays dividends. He's going to pluck out that snake corner. So 4-4.
Sinkside Tower's getting a little tight here for the Leftovers.
He'll move up to D2 by the Leftovers. Oh, he's got a hopper. Yeah. He came up
Snake
much
just
too
got
high.
him.
Much too high.
I don't think he knew that guy was there. You kind of get a false sense of security in the Dorito, too, because it's such a great bunker.
I think a Tyrant just took one right square to the middle of the chest and bounced off. Yep, that snake player's going to live to tell the tale.
Thank you, humidity.
Oh, an attempted drop back. That's not going to work. Nothing's going to work. I think we have one player left alive.
Not much left for the Leftovers.
Yeah. Oh, well done. Look at you punning. Snake player looking across. I don't think he's got anything to shoot at.
Yeah, I don't think New York Tyrants know where the bodies are at this point. Yeah. Body.
Well, a lot of bodies came off in quick succession, so I can't really blame them for losing track.
No.
That's
and there's so much stuff in the middle.
It's a maze out there.
Oh.
Wow, another ugly dive into D1. I don't know what's going on over there.
Okay, in his defense, so I was trying to dive out there. The ground is super, super dry and dusty, and so when you go to slide, Leftovers lose in their last guy. When you go to slide, you just kind of stick on your first point of contact, so you have to do the awkward crawl.
You Dorito players, you always stick up for each other.
Yeah. We never get any glory. Nobody's looking at Dorito, guys. I see you guys.
All right, well done by New York Tyrants.
I thought Leftovers could have, they almost had that. I felt like they got that kill off the break, but.
I think the biggest thing that worked against the Leftovers is they did not get into the snake. And the closest they got was that mini wall player who at least stayed alive late in the game, but he really just couldn't get into that snake, and that gave it up.
Yeah, you kind of got to send it right away, get in there before they do.
Well, congrats to the Tyrants.
1 minute.
I'm not super familiar with format. That might be the win. It might be a best of 5.
Sure.
Well, we'll find out.
Not a 5-point spread?
No. Well, the spreads are different depending on what division you're in. So your Mercy at pro level is 5. As you move down the ranks, it gets a lower and lower Mercy. I think 3 is enough for Mercy in some of the divisions. But this being a finals, they might even have a different format where it's simply race to 3.
We'll find out soon. 1-1 game.
TPP Factory versus Boss Ballers.
30 seconds.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to go ahead and make up what TPP stands for. Just go ahead, throw it out there.
Toilet paper party.
Wow. Wow, if you're TPP Factory, Aaron has just called you toilet paper.
Toilet paper party. You're having a
Aaron,
good time.
I was just getting back to Canada as quick as possible when this match is over.
It's been a long day. I'm sorry. But look how great TPP Factory was looking. They're getting to the 50 Dorito off the break.
Mending bridges. It's working, though, because they are blowing up Boss Ballers from that Dorito side.
Right? I mean, everybody needs toilet paper.
So I think we have Boss Ballers bunched up in the back, basically the equivalent of the home bunkers and
TPP
the D1.
at both 50s. Yeah. Nice job. And they have this outer snake. Oh, yeah. It is such a long haul.
It is exhausting. So that's it. I think he's got time, unless they've managed to get the kills real quick. I think Boss Ballers are going to be undone by this snake crawl.
I hope that he gets it.
For all that work.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh God, that
God's
mini
looking
wall,
inside.
that mini wall in front of the snake is in so much danger.
Oh. Oh. He just saved himself a back
Oh,
massage.
Point approved.
you are ruthless.
We cursed him.
He did all that work and got nothing for it.
But think of that cardio workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you need in 90-degree heat.
That's at least 2 pieces of pizza.
That's a good way to look at it.
That's how I look at
I like that.
everything. Aw. Good job, 420.
Yeah, good job, 420. That player's name looks like it's Baba. Well, Baba, good crawl.
Way to
Honestly,
be, Baba.
if it weren't for your teammates shooting it, you would have just destroyed the field. So you were a great backup plan.
Yeah, they definitely dominated that point.
All right, well, I think we might be an X ball.
Okay.
I don't see leftovers or Tyrants taking the field. So I think we're an X ball. Or perhaps I'm wrong.
We'll know soon. Did you guys know that your seagulls here look different than the West Coast?
No, I know this. I know there's always different squirrels. What's different about our seagulls?
They have like red faces.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, what do you know?
Fun fact.
Weird.
Weird.
Yeah, we got Boss Ballers retaking the field on our left. We got TPP Factory retaking the field. Actually going to swap sides. So TPP on the verge of winning this thing, I believe. They're going to take the left side.
20 seconds.
Who doesn't love a jog right before you start a point?
Yeah, there's Baba running, number 420, running onto the field for TPP.
Poor
Just had
Baba.
that
He's going to
long,
be gassed.
grueling crawl. Let's see if his coach makes him do it again.
Game on.
Woo.
Big run up the middle by Boss Ballers. Oh, what on the Dorito side? I think TPP Factory's in the D50.
Wow. Boss Ballers did a
No.
great tuck and roll into that center 50.
No, maybe that was just the wind that moved it. I saw a giant movement of that Dorito side, but then nothing's over there. Or he got shot doing it. That might have been the case. I see a TPP Factory player walking off.
But TPP is in the snake. I don't hear them calling out that Boss Ballers has this center 50 though.
So this Chispa's got to be careful. This brick might be waiting for him. Chispa backed up by Baba over here on the snake side. TPP also holding that middle tower. Middle tower gets pulled. Actually, I'm sorry, Dorito side tower gets pulled. So I think we're down to 3 bodies for TPP, all bunched over on this side.
TPP snake player being very patient though.
TPP moves up to that middle brick. I believe that's just going to leave the middle brick and the snake corner for TPP.
Yeah, and Boss Ballers is at the 50 Dorito.
Immediately shoots out that middle brick. That's just going to leave Baba all alone in that corner.
It's the worst thing to hear. Just snake corner.
Did you see this behavior? So the snake player for Boss Ballers just ripped a stream down an empty snake, probably trying to scare any crawlers. He's worried about crawlers down the outside.
He's just bunkering all the bunkers.
Yeah.
Why not?
No, I'm fine with that play. Too many teams have got caught unaware by what is a repeat play of crawling down the outside of this snake. So if he's trying to scare him loose, that's really not a bad idea.
Nope. Nice point.
Yeah, good point. All right, 2-2.
I'm loving this aggression, them reaching the 50s off the break. That's awesome.
So they're finding a way through the shooting lane. There's a slim but viable shooting lane on this snake side that you have to go through if you want to get to the snake 50. I think on the Dorito side, there were 2 giant lanes,
Yes.
but much scarier to try to get through.
we were having to, in practice, we were able to make that Dorito corner off the break, wrap around, get into Doritos. During game time, you definitely had to kind of pull up short, put in the towers before you bumped out wide.
Yeah, I think a direct run to D1 is really sketchy.
It was a little tough. If you run through the inside into the inner Dorito, though, that's an easy one to make.
So you're saying you run at the inner Dorito, then go into D2? Oh, okay. On the run out.
Yeah, so basically you go around the Dorito can, and you're wrapping basically on the snake tower. As soon as you have that guy in, you can go into the Dorito tower, into the Cali, we were calling it the inner Dorito, and then you just bump out wide.
So as a secondary move, not a straight run on the breakout.
No, but try to get to the inner Dorito off the break.
Yeah. All right.
You just have to commit.
Just accept your fate is in the other team's hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just-
I do
just stay
tell,
low.
especially newer players up here in New Hampshire we talk to, I always try to tell them, like, they get frustrated on the run out. They're like, oh, they got shot, and they want to throw their gun, and they want to lose it. I'm like, dude, generally speaking, that's a signal the other team did something right, not that you did something
Yes.
wrong. Now, if you try to make that same run 3 times in a row and you get blown up, okay, then it's on you.
Yes.
But most of the time when you're trying to novel run out and you get shot, you didn't do anything wrong.
No, you got to try. You don't know unless you try.
It's the other team just doing something right.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to have a timeout. It is 2-2, Boss Ballers versus TPP Factory.
1 minute.
TPP getting some coaching help, it looks like, here at the start box.
Is your coach allowed to come onto the field? And
I don't know. We discourage it, but
I have no idea.
I guess so.
I guess during a timeout, maybe they are.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, I
No
mean,
different than a pod runner.
It's not a lay. Yeah, it's not a. Yeah, you could just say I'm a pod runner who's really good at giving advice. All right, Boss Ballers taking the field.
2-2 game.
30 seconds.
I love back and forth games like this. Obviously, both of these teams deserve to be a winner.
It's going to be 1-2 when this is done, and both. There's a lot on the line here. Okay, if you're a coach for the team in a 2-2 with everything on the line, do you go conservative? You go aggressive?
I would go aggressive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
30 seconds.
I like it.
Risk a couple bodies, have 3 in the back that can lock it down if they need to.
Oh, I think somebody forgot their chin strap on the Boss Baller. He's just quickly getting his chin strap on. Oh, he's going to be late on the jump. And there's also a re-tag by another Boss Baller.
Oh,
Oh, this is all going wrong for Ballers. They're going to lose 2 players up the middle very quickly.
unorganized start box is instant death.
You called it. All right, Boss Ballers immediately down 3-on-5 versus TPP.
TPP is getting into the snake side. They have the center brick, Dorito 1, Dorito tower. Nice. TPP is going the snake highway here, and he is going fast. Is it 420 again? No, 44?
So,
44.
yeah, number 44. So, Boss Ballers did get into the snake corner during that moment. Now, he's not sitting tall enough to look down on the snake, so really there's nothing stopping 44.
Yeah. I hate when they pop up early
Yeah.
like that.
What a waste.
Yep, gave it away.
We've been preaching that all weekend. Don't, if you're crawling that outside snake, don't pop up early.
No.
Go all the way to the end.
Be patient, put the work in, and it'll
Yeah.
pay off. I feel bad for them when that happens, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because you were utterly naked and exposed. If they
Yes.
find you there, you're not just going to take one hit.
No. You have nothing to lose. You just have to go.
Yeah.
So TPP still has the, oh, they just lost another body. They have the center 50, Dorito 1. Maybe somebody hiding somewhere else.
All right, Boss Ballers have kind of stabilized this situation. It looked really, really bad at the start there, but they have a hope here.
No
they are
kidding.
into S1.
And I think they're in the Dorito 2 as well. So they have a good spread. Oh, nice.
Wow.
This Dorito player for Boss Ballers just won that for them.
You're right. He just took the whole world on his shoulders and ran with it. Well done.
Way to go, Dorito player.
That was
I'm proud of you.
That was a train wreck of a start there, though. So this is what I watched over there for, was it Boss Ballers? Yeah, Boss Ballers. They had a player desperately trying to pop his chin strap before the game. He had the gun between his legs. He missed that, right? So he didn't even get the start because he was still trying to pull the gun out from between his legs. At the same time, one of his other players, I guess, jumped early and had to reverse course and re-tag. That player that went up the middle collided with his teammate that had already been hit, and so he couldn't even get into that tower in time. And it was just, that is an utter train wreck of a start.
And yet they won the point.
Wow.
Way to go. That's rough. Honestly, I never undo my chin strap. I just, like, when I'm not wearing it, I tuck it up.
Yep.
Because I'm so paranoid that I'm going to get, like, a stupid penalty.
1 minute.
I play with a group of players that we are old enough that we often forget chin straps are even a thing. That's like a newfangled invention in the
It was the
sport.
first thing you took off,
Yeah.
or you got a new mask, you threw it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean I can't use a barrel plug?
Yeah.
Those aren't legal anymore?
No. If your mask flies off, you just safety squint, you're fine.
You do the old safety
Yeah.
squint. Good call. Good call. All right, Boss Ballers. I don't know if you feel good about that or you feel like just like we got away lucky, but they're taking the field again.
30 seconds.
I see
Hopefully
them.
they have a better start.
Let's get our chin straps on, boys. Let's start with that.
And touch the start station.
Yeah, good point. Doing that also good.
TPP needs one more player.
Yeah, and I think they've already used their timeout.
10 seconds.
It's too late. He's not going to make it. They're going to have to play 4 and 5.
Game on.
Dang.
So immediately, Boss Baller's up. Well, I say that, our ref's going into check. You know what? For all that being said, TPP is far more aggressive, though. Up to the Snake 50, up to the middle brick.
Oh.
Hopper
TPP
hit.
factory. Yep. Getting shot out of the snake.
And he is mad at himself.
At this point of the day, the high stakes,
Yeah.
that hurts.
Looks like we are 4 and 3 in favor of
60
Boss Ballers.
seconds.
60 seconds left. They just got to kill the clock. No big penalties.
Both center 50s. Boss Ballers have the snake 1.
Boss Ballers should just cross it up and look for run-throughs.
Yeah, just kill the clock.
We're down to 35 seconds.
TPP's got to figure it out.
That's exactly the right phrase. He's got to figure out something to do. That's not what you do to figure it out, though. Ooh, do I see the Dorito 50 hot over there? I do for TPP Factor. And as I say that, he walks off.
Still a snake corner, but clock's going to run out.
No, they're just, yeah.
So hard at this time. You know, you're so tired. It's so warm out. You start making silly mistakes, as we've seen from both teams now at the start stations.
If you're TPP Factor, you're going to lose your last player.
Game time finished. Game stop.
There you go. Congratulations to Boss Ballers Red. If
Good
you're
job,
TPP
boys.
Factor, you got to kind of ask what would have been if you got 5 players on the field. That's rough. But absolutely congratulations to Boss Ballers Red. Well done.
Seen a couple hopper dumps.
Yeah. All right.
Good job.
Game finished.
Well,
That
that
was a good
awesome.
game.
Congratulations to the Div 5 winners. Congratulations to everybody that played out here in the D5 that made it up to this stage. Well done. You have a lot to talk about when you go home. I hope the leftovers stay friends.
I think so.
I suggest they get tattoos before they leave Atlantic City to memorize this.
That's what we did in Cup.
Did you really?
Yeah, we won our first match, and we're like, let's get tattoos. So we got tattoos.
Wow,
Yeah.
full commitment. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope you had a good time.
Thanks for having me.
I loved having you here. We have games tomorrow. Maybe you can come back for that if you want to jump in. If
Yeah.
not, enjoy Atlantic City.
Thank you very much.
Any shout-outs you want to give?
I forgot one sponsor yesterday, so I wanted to just give a
Lord.
big shout out to BC X Ball. My boy Austin, he's awesome, and we really appreciate him.
Nice.
So,
Well, thank you so
thank
much,
you.
Austin. And thank you so much for watching. We're going to take a short break. We're going to come back with semi-pro men's action for the rest of the afternoon.